What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, Episode 5. So we wake up, it is actually day 5, and we wake up and the ladies, Pepsi is running around getting the ladies up and letting them know that he has, was it Mai Tai boxing outside for everybody. I feel like Heather, Leia, and Whitney were the only three that sort of participated in it. But Heather said that it was good for her. She was getting out some aggression. She said she feels very betrayed by the things that Whitney said about her. Giselle went and got in the pool. Now, one thing I'm going to say about Giselle, she is consistent about needing her water. I'm the same way. I don't know her sign. I don't even care. But I know for me, I'm a water sign and I need the water. And that would have been me. I'd been in that pool every opportunity that I got. But looks like there's a problem in Paradise because Giselle is looking for her bottle, okay? It's the bottle of tequila that she had on the boat that Alexia tried to say was part of her Cuban celebration, and Giselle was like, no ma'am. She said, I asked for this bottle. It took them 3 weeks to find it. It's the only bottle on the island, and I need it. In Thailand, not the island. In Thailand, and I need it. Giselle said, listen, when we left the boat, I had my bottle. We came back. We had a shot. Me, Portia, and Pepsi. She said, Pepsi, you remember that? He was like, yep, I remember. She said, now all of a sudden, it's gone. And I need you to search the ladies' rooms till you find it. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to wait till we get to the end because it gets really, this whole bottle situation gets ridiculous. Giselle said she ends up going to talk to Portia, and she tells Portia, look, at lunch is going to be on, court is going to be in session because I'm going to find this damn bottle, and I want to know who took it. So then they start going down who they think the suspects are. And of course, she eliminates Portia, she eliminates Leia, and it pretty much leaves everybody else as fair game. Now, while this is going on, Alexia and Marisol are doing their confessionals, and they're talking about how Candace yelled at them the night before, and how annoying Candace is, and how loud she is, and, you know, they didn't understand where all that was coming from. Now, for the day, they are going to be headed out to do a day in Old Town Phuket, do some shopping, sightseeing, you know, down in the area, and have lunch. So while the ladies are getting dressed, we end up sort of having two camps, right? We have Candace, Leia, and Heather sort of having a powwow. And then we have Giselle, Portia. Is it just Giselle and Portia? Maybe just Giselle and Portia. But either way, of course, they're in their own quarters talking about each other, right? We find out that Portia posted a picture on Instagram and she tagged everybody except for Leia and Candace. Now, personally, I think that is some petty ass shady shit. It's funny as hell. It's very passive aggressive, but it sends a direct message. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's passive aggressive shady. It sends a direct message in a passive aggressive way. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Why that? Because you're definitely letting it be known how you feel about this person. But the flip side of that is you ain't directly telling them, right? So Candace was like, girl, don't worry about it. You know, it's just that high school stuff. Don't even worry about it. It's just, you know, it's just them being petty in their, you know, elementary school way. Now, again, is it petty? Yep, it's petty as hell. Is it petty in an elementary school way? Yeah, it absolutely is. But we'll get to that too because, of course, at a certain point, you know they got to talk about it, child. You know they got to talk about it. I feel like that's everything that went down before we left to go down there. Leia tells us that she's having some stomach issues. And you know, she's, you know, gonna try to rock it out. She once again reminds us that she is on her menstrual cycle. Now, the only reason why I'm reminding y'all is because that comes up later on, because I got questions, okay? So she not only is having stomach problems, read between the lines, but she's also on her menstrual cycle. So again, that'll become important later. Not really important, but yeah. So they're on their ride down to Phuket, and they've sort of switched up the cars a little bit. We have Leia and Candace with Alexia and Marisol, and they were telling her about her yelling at them, and she was like, "What do you mean I'm loud? Like I'm loud. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, okay, so I was just being a little loud." Um, they were talking about how Portia is shady, but not in a but not in a major shade. It's just a little shade. So they were giving Marisol and Alexia examples because they were like, I really just learned what shady was yesterday. I don't even know what shady is. Well, she said, we don't do that. We don't do that. Yes, y'all do. Down in Miami, y'all are shady as hell. Y'all just may not call it that. But y'all are shady as hell. Number one suspect in Miami is that damn Larsa. The hell? Anyway, so we get down to Phuket and they're shopping and it looks real cute. It's hot as hell though. Ooh, I could see that they were hot, child. They were hot as hell. But they were out there, so the more and more they shop, the worse and worse Leia ends up feeling. So they're in the store, they're shopping, and she actually ends up sort of collapsing. Well, she ain't sort of collapsed, she collapsed, child. So they're fanning her, and they end up having to call the paramedic, and I guess they gave her an IV or whatever. And of course, Portia and them were like, child, the drama. Y'all know how she felt. They feel like she's just a drama queen. So they're like, child, the drama. Like, she is really doing the most when the least will do. Okay? Heather made a comment that I felt was a little insensitive when she was like, I'm living my best. She said, shopping, two of my favorite things, shopping in a third world store. And I was like, I mean, it's not a major thing, but it's one of those side-eye things. Like, really, Heather? Really? That's what we doing? Anyway, so, while Leia is laying on the floor, they're trying to get her as much air as possible. So somebody went to go lift up her skirt, and she was like, don't do that. I don't have on any underwear. I don't have on any underwear. And I am confused. I am confusion. Now, this may be TMI what I'm getting ready to say, so my apologies ahead of time. But, I was never a normal girl when it came to my monthly. Okay? So I don't understand women who can just throw on a tampon and just not have on nothing else. I would never feel secure enough to be walking around on my menstrual with just a tampon and no panties. I would be, oh my God. Then you add to that she had the upset stomach. Girl, really? You were really living on the edge. You were really living on the edge. Now, I know that, I'm sorry. I know that was not, PC, maybe even a little nasty, my bad, but they told us, a child, Anyway, so Leia ended up going back to the house, and the ladies are going to lunch, right? Here's where the fireworks begin. Giselle confronts the ladies about her bottle. She goes through the whole thing about the bottle and when she saw it and who had it and who didn't have it and the yada 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 and the boo da boo da boo. So she starts talking about suspects. So first of all, I would have been offended that you felt like I was a suspect. Poor Giselle, you know what you could have done? You could have said, hey guys, I know there's a whole bar over there full of liquor. I know all of us put in requests of things we wanted. I requested this particular tequila. It's really, really hard to find. If anybody by any chance picked it up, you wanted a shot in the middle of the night, you wanted a little sippy sip. If anybody felt like they wanted that, if y'all could just, bring me my bottle back, I appreciate it. It's really, I asked for it. It's not real common. Give people an opportunity to say, my bad. I wasn't thinking like that. Yeah, girl, I couldn't sleep the other night. I picked it up to take me a shot. I'll bring it back. It's in my room. I'll bring it back when we get to the house. But the minute you start accusing people and coming at people like they are thieves, then you're going to get resistance and people are going to be offended. Now, let me say this. The majority of this conversation, I'm not with Candace. But on this, I'm with Candace. You ain't coming in my room and searching shit. Because Candace was like, Giselle was like, I want everybody's permission to search your room when y'all get back. No. You don't have my permission to go in my room. You don't have my permission to go through my luggage. You don't have my permission to look for shit. I will look, and if I have the bottle, I will bring it to you. Whether I took it or I didn't take it, it don't even matter. You just accusing me of being a thief off rip? what the hell? Like I said, I would be offended. Now, before they went to lunch, I forgot this part, child. They went over to the weed store because weed is legal in Taiwan. You just gotta make sure you smoke what you buy, which is general. You know, I've been places where weed is legal. I didn't partake, but I have people with me that partook. You just gotta finish it up before you leave. So now everybody is offended. Now Heather's pick me ass was like, I'm just happy she thought I was a suspect. I'm just happy to be included. Why are you such a I'm so disappointed in Heather. Y'all, I used to really, really like Heather. Y'all just don't understand. Heather was my favorite season 1. And I am so disappointed in Heather. And you are such a pick-me. So you are cool that Giselle accused you of stealing because Giselle thought you were worthy enough to accuse of stealing. Girl, what? That don't even make no sense. So they end up getting into this big argument over the liquor. And then they come to find out that same bottle of liquor, when the Real Housewives of Potomac went to Mexico, that's that same bottle that Candace picked up to walk off. Giselle told her to take it. Production was like, girl, we ain't pay for that liquor. You better put it back before you be in a Mexican jail. So, of course, they brought that up. Giselle was like, well, you tried to steal the bottle when we were in Mexico. She was like, girl, you told me to. I said, see, here we go finding out stuff we don't need to know nothing about, child. So then from there, they get in this conversation. Portia and Candace get into this conversation. So Candace confronts Portia about not tagging her in the picture, her and Leah in the picture. And Portia was like, yeah, because I don't like Leah. Like, I don't like her. She ain't my stilo. So no, I didn't tag her. So then Candace was like, well, you also did not tag me. She said, uh-huh. She said, well, I just would like to know why. Portia said, I don't have to explain my social media to you. And she doesn't. Now, Candace brought up a good point by saying, girl, you know that this going to start some shit. Like, you know how this goes. People like myself, we pay attention to those things. Next thing you know, we making a video saying, ooh, is Portia and Candace beefing? Because they posted this picture from the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and Portia tagged everybody except for Candace. Ooh, like that's what we do. Y'all know that's what we do. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. So she was like, I don't care. Portia was like, girl, I don't care. I don't like Leah, and I'm not gonna tag people on my Instagram, on my social media that I may or may not be cool with the next 2 days from now. She was like, I have known her all of 5 days. I am not obligated to tag her in anything. And so again, I feel Portia on that, but I also understand the point that Candace was actually trying to make. The point she was making was actually valid, but I understand where Portia was coming from. Now, poor Pepsi is on the sideline, and he is nervous as hell. He is seeing these women sitting here arguing in the middle of this damn restaurant, in the middle of Phuket. He probably like, there go my cousin over there. This is my grandmama restaurant. They are embarrassing me. They got me out here looking crazy, right? And so then Portia says, well, you know what, Candace? I actually was going to pull you aside, and I was actually interested in having a conversation with you because I don't understand why it's always an issue with us. Like, why is it always... You know, if I say something to you, it is always an argument. You are always coming at me real aggressive. Like, what is that about? And Candace was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't feel like I'm coming at you real aggressive. Like, I just talk loud. That is just who I am. And Portia was like, no. And so they gave examples. And in every example, Candace is actually yelling at Portia. But here was the creme de la creme with Candace. This one I was just over Candace. Candace had the nerve to tell Portia that by her not tagging her on her Instagram, that was cyberbullying. Now, first of all, you already been calling Portia a bully the whole time y'all been there. And don't get me wrong, her and Giselle have been engaging in mean girl behavior. And I could see bully-ish type behavior. But cyberbullying, Candace, for real, because she don't want to tag you, girl, I have seen you do way more on social media. If anybody knows how to, now I know the Candace fans are going to be like, she just responds. She's just responding. Child, whatever. Candace is a terror on fucking social media, and we all know it. Whether she's responding or not, okay? Candace is one of those people, if you throw a walnut at her, she gonna throw a basketball at your head, okay? Now, some people might say all is fair, love, and war, and ain't no rules to it. That's fine. But that's why you get the backlash that you get, because somebody throw a pebble at you and you throwing a boulder back at them. But for you to say that Portia was cyberbullying you, girl, please, I'm gonna need you to go take several seats. Please take several seats. Ain't nobody bullying you, girl. It is not that serious. She does not have to tag you, and that is not bullying. I couldn't believe that Candace went there. I said, now you're just doing too much. Now you just being real extra and ridiculous for no damn reason. You just doing too damn much. So anyway, they leave lunch. They head back to the villa or whatever. And when they get there, Giselle has turned into a whole Karen, okay? She is running around that house talking to production, demanding that somebody from production goes and searches everybody's room. Girl, who are you? Who gives you the right and the authority to be demanding production to search anybody's damn room for any damn thing? What the hell is wrong with you? And so Candace actually didn't, because Candace told them no. Candace didn't go back in her room. Well, actually at the table, she did say yes, but whatever. She doesn't go to her room. She goes to Leia's room. So Giselle is trying to convince production that it is okay for them to go into into Candace's room and search. And she said, and I want you to search through her luggage too, because I know that's where it is. So wait a minute. We went from suspects to Candace to I know Candace has it to Candace has it in her luggage. Girl, y'all are doing a whole lot. Poor Pepsi, and this is where y'all really made me mad. Y'all done made Pepsi cry. Because Pepsi is over there crying because his job is to make everything okay. And every time y'all argue, he feels like he is not doing his job. And now y'all mad about this damn bottle. And he was like, I don't know what a bottle is. And she's going to ask me about this bottle again. And I hate to say no, but I'm going to have to tell her no, that I don't know what a bottle is and I ain't find that bottle. And he said, and I don't like it when they're arguing with each other and when they're fighting each other. And Pepsi told they ass in the bus on the way back. He was like, I don't know what's real and what's fake because y'all sit here and y'all argue and then y'all hug each other. I can't keep up. I said, Pepsi, can't none of us keep up, child. Pepsi, welcome to the club. None of us can keep up with they bullshit. Okay, Pepsi? Don't you worry. It ain't just you, bruh. So, Candace comes out her room, comes out of Leia. Giselle actually goes in to Leia's room to talk to Candace. She don't go in there to check on Leia, even though Leia was like, oh, I know you came to check on me. She was like, well, yeah, girl, yeah, how you doing? But she is trying to tell Candace to allow her to search her room. And Candace is like, you cannot. You don't have permission, and you absolutely cannot search my room. So she was like, well, it must be you then. Well, you the one that did it, then you must be the guilty party. Candace was like, whatever, call me what you want. She said, my husband has access to every type of alcohol vendor in the United States. I can have a whole case of what I want. It ain't that deep for me. She was like, but what you're not going to do is come in my room and search my stuff. And Giselle is still trying to get production to go into Candace's room and search her room. And I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, what is wrong with you, Giselle? You have turned into a whole Karen over this damn bottle of liquor. Now, the flip side is, I'd be mad as hell too. Something that was mine, that belonged to me, that I asked for, that I know I can't get another one because it took them 3 weeks to find it the first time. Oh, I'd be pissed as hell. I would be livid. But Giselle, the way you are handling it, you have turned into a whole Karen. And then Candace told us that Giselle accused somebody on production of stealing her phone down to the reunion. Come to find out, they found it later. So, Giselle, you got a habit of not finding stuff and automatically jumping to the conclusion that somebody stole it. You can't ever think that it was misplaced, somebody accidentally picked it up. And maybe somebody picked it up not understanding or not realizing that this was something that was, hard to replace, and it was an issue. Like, I don't even understand it. But neither here nor there. Oh, yeah, and Candace got into it with Alexia at lunch, too, child. She told Alexia she'll never shut up. Well, Alexia don't ever shut up, child. Anyway, moving on. That was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.